Christmas Carol. I'm Charles Dickens, the 19th century novelist, and I'm...
Get your popcorn!
Hey, kid, we're doing a show here.
Yeah, and I'm selling popcorn. Popcorn, $5!
You can't sell popcorn in here. This is the theater.
Popcorn, $9!
Welcome to A Christmas
A
Carol.
Christmas Carol? I love Christmas carols.
Do you?
Oh yeah. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing to
No,
dismay.
no. Not Christmas carols. A Christmas Carol.
So I shouldn't sing?
Well, you should.
Hey!
Don't tease him. There will be songs, yes. But this is a classic Christmas story.
Really?
I should know. I'm Charles Dickens. I wrote
Charles Dickens, the 19th century novelist who wrote the classic Christmas story, A Christmas Carol?
You've heard of my work?
Yeah, they just told me. Wait a minute. Don't tell me you're here about to read a story.
All right. I won't tell you. Marley was dead to begin with.
You said this was a Christmas story.
Well, that's how it begins. Marley was dead to begin with. As dead as a doornail.
As a doornail?
Yep.
Wouldn't a coffin nail be better? Deader?
Marley was dead as a doornail. There can be no doubt about that. In life, Marley had been business partners with an old, shrewd moneylender named Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ebenezer? Sounds like an old person's name.
Well, he is old.
How old?
I don't know, old. At least 30. You'll see for yourself if it comes out that way.
Where?
Stage right.
I can never remember. Is that my right or their right?
There. Right there.
My right.
Right.
When?
Now. There he is. Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge.
I don't see him.
Oh, you will. History tells us stories about people you can change. I'd like to sing a song of folk, but this one's rather strange. For the carriage drawn a heart so small, the maid is fortune huge.
But what's the taste of the loveless life of Ebenezer Scrooge?
He was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, Scrooge.
Listen now to tell a tale of misery and greed. A miser so malicious you never would believe. A man who valued riches from as humble as a rule. But who could be as valued as Ebenezer Scrooge?
A squeezing, wrenching, grasping, and
As heartless as a statue and as cutting as a knife. He lives alone and chooses for a solitary life. A soul so black and dirty like a pair of worn out shoes. Lean in to hear the story of Ebenezer Scrooge.
a clutching, covetous old sinner.
What's wrong with this guy?
Where do I begin?
Perhaps he is misunderstood and alone, with no friends or family to call his own. Leaning on the lonely and the blind, reading deep down tears that could mend his eyes.
Will you let me tell the story? As secret and self-contained and solitary as poison. History tells us stories about peace, it tells us stories. I'd like to sing a song of hope, but this one's rather strange. So listen now to the loveless life of
Yes, Mr. Scrooge?
Stepped into my office. Let us review the eviction notices for tomorrow, Mr. Cratchit.
Oh, but tomorrow is Christmas, sir.
Very well, you may tie a bow around them.
You're mine, Mr. Cratchit, and mine, and mine. Oh my! We're gonna need a bigger bow.
Here we are, Mr. Scrooge.
Christmas is a very busy time for us, Mr. Cratchit.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge.
While everyone is preparing feasts and giving parties and engaging in frivolities, someone has to account for the mortgage money. It occurs to me that December might be my favorite time of year. Foreclosure season. Harvest time.
Yes, sir. Harvest time.
He carried his own low temperature with him, icing his office in the dog days and not thawing it 1 degree at Christmas.
Hey, Paul, we're dying over here. It's freezing.
If you please, Mr. Scrooge, it's gotten colder, and the bookkeeping staff would like to have an extra shovel full of coal for the fire.
We're frozen, Mr. S. My lunch is an iceberger. The kids are calling me popsicle. And we're more than 100 years from global warming.
I see.
I see.
And how cool would this job look from the unemployment line?
Excuse me, Mr. Scrooge. This is a gift from my family.
What is that?
We'd all like to thank you for the many years of employment and wish you a heartfelt Merry Christmas.
A box? A box with no lock?
Yes, it's a music box. It plays our favorite Christmas carol.
The only thing worse than Christmas is Christmas music. And a box that can't lock?
Oh, it's made of oak. See, my son picked it up. He said it reminded him of the great oak tree in Sherwood Forest. He loves Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. What a humbug.
Oh, yes, sir. A humbug.
At that moment, who should arrive at the door but Scrooge's nephew, Fred, his only living relative.
Hello, Uncle. Oh, Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge. God save ya.
Merry Christmas, bar humbug.
Christmas? A humbug? You don't mean that, surely?
Merry Christmas? What right have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
What right do you have to be dismal? You're rich enough.
Humbug.
Oh, Uncle, don't be cross.
What else can I be when I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas? Out upon Merry Christmas. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips would be cooked with his own turkey and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Oh, Uncle.
Nephew, you keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine.
But you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then. Much good may it do you, much good it has ever done you.
Christmas is a loving, terrible, honest time, and though it's never put a scrap of silver or gold in my pocket, I believe Christmas has done me good, and will do me good. And I say God bless it!
God bless it,
indeed!
Let me hear another word and you'll all keep your Christmas by losing your situation.
The firm was known as Scrooge and Marley. Scrooge never paid it out on Marley's name. Sometimes people new to the business called Scrooge Scrooge and sometimes Marley, but he answered to both. It was all the same to him.
Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago this very night. Yes, this very night.
It's true.
They were portly gentlemen, pleasant to behold, and now stood with their hats off in Scrooge's office.
Portly,
Round.
round, round.
Then Mr. Scrooge, I presume.
Who are you?
We're from the Order of the Ormond Street Charity Foundation.
On Christmas Eve, we collect donations for the poor and the homeless.
We'd like to speak to you about the donation.
Ah, welcome, gentlemen. This jolly old man is Mr. Scrooge, and he is very generous towards charities.
My dear nephew.
At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, many of us feel that we must take care of the poor and homeless.
And are there no prisons? No poorhouses?
Oh, plenty of those, sir.
Ah, well, I was afraid from what you said at first that something had occurred to stop them in their useful course. I'm very glad to hear it.
We're endeavoring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink and a means of warmth.
It is the time of above all others when want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices.
What shall I put you down for?
Nothing.
Oh, you wish to remain anonymous.
No, I wish to be left alone. I myself will have no merry-making at Christmas.
You don't say.
And I cannot afford to make idle people merry either.
You do say.
Don't you have other places to be this afternoon, dear nephew?
Sadly, I do, dear uncle. So I shall make my donation and leave you to make yours.
Well, Bob's your uncle.
No, he's my uncle. Bob's the clerk.
Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, and uncle, do come and have Christmas dinner with Claire and I tomorrow.
Christmas dinner. Will you be roasting a goose?
Yes.
And there will be plum pudding and bowls of punch.
Yes.
And after dinner, might I stay for games?
We've got nothing more.
And after that, I suppose there will be dancing and laughter and merrymaking as the cold, heartless world is temporarily forgotten. What a humbug.
Oh, I see. Clara will be very sorry to hear you can't make it.
Why?
Why?
Why ever did you get married?
Why? Because I fell in love.
Yes, you fell in love. Well, now that's the only thing in this world more ridiculous than a Merry Christmas.
It's no use, uncle. I shall keep my Christmas humor to the last. A Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Fred.
Merry Christmas, Bob.
Wonderful day.
Will you not stop? I should retire to Bedlam.
Bedlam?
A place for crazy people.
Maybe we should.
Humbug.
Now then, sir, about that donation.
Ah, yes. I'd nearly forgotten. I've already made a sizable contribution to the poor. My taxes certainly go to pay for the prisons and the poorhouses the homeless will find in my charity there.
Many can't go there.
And many would rather die.
Well, then they should do it and decrease the surplus population.
Oh dear. Yes.
Ah, here. Give them this. They can use it to make a fire. It's made of oak. That ought to serve as a means of warmth.
I don't believe that's the intended use for...
That is the door, you know its intended use.
Think of taking enough of your time, Mrs. Scrooge.
Good King Wenceslas loves a down on the feast of Stephen, and when the snowmen round about.
What do you want?
I'm ready for the song, Governor.
Excuse me, Mr. Scrooge, but it appears to be closing time.
Ah, yes, very well.
It's Christmas Eve, sir.
I've nearly forgotten.
And tomorrow,
And tomorrow you want the entire day off, I suppose?
we would, sir, if it's quite convenient, sir.
Well, if it isn't Robin Hood and his merry men come to rob from the rich. No, it's not convenient and it's not fair.
Oh, but it's only once a year, sir.
For excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But as I seem to be the only person who knows it, take the day off.
The entire day, Mr. Scrooge.
Thank you, sir.
Be here all the earlier the following morning.
Yes, sir, you have our word. Thank you, sir.
With their employer gone at last, Bob Cratchit and the other bookkeepers immediately began to relish in that most pleasant feeling, the anticipation of Christmas.
He's gone!
Gentlemen, let's close up for Christmas. We work our fingers to the bone, and though we're grateful for it, there's one day we look forward to, so good you can't ignore it. A day when families stay at home and shops and stores don't open. It's nearly dusk and dawn will bring the day we put our hope in. For tonight is the night before Christmas, the world is merry and bright. There's joy and peace all around us, and all because of Christmas night.
We gather together for Christmas and sing the songs of joy. There's love and peace all around us for every girl and boy. Tonight is the night before Christmas. The world is merry and bright. There's joy and peace all around us, and all because of Christmas night. For one night all the world is right. But always night is the gift of Christmas. So sing the songs of Christmas for people everywhere. We'll share
and the love and the light from above will shine for the whole world to see. For one night all the world is right, but always present is the gift of Christmas. For one night the world is right, but always present is the gift of Christmas. We gather together for Christmas and sing the song and sing the song to joy. For every girl and boy, tonight is the night for Christmas. The world is merry, the world is merry and bright, and all because of Christmas night.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Come now our gay apparel, la 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 la. Holy ancient rules that carol, la la la. La la.
Humbug! Scrooge lived in chambers which had once belonged to his old business partner, Jacob Marley.
What's a chamber?
It's a fancy way to say room.
Sweet.
No, that's a fancy room.
What?
Try to keep up. The building was a dismal heap of brick on a dark street.
Why are you talking like that?
It's theatrical. Scrooge, now having his key in the lock of the door, saw on the knocker not a knocker, but Marley's face. Jacob Marley? Scrooge!
Whoa! What was that?
Now, Marley was dead and decaying in his grave.
You said this was a Christmas story.
It is.
That guy's a ghost.
Yeah.
Sounds like a ghost story to me.
Scrooge! Now, to say that Scrooge was not startled would be untrue. Humbug. But he put his hand upon the key, turned it sturdily, and walked in.
Hey, you turned out the light.
This is my favorite part. Scrooge made his way up the staircase, caring not a button for the darkness. Darkness was cheap, and Scrooge liked it. But before he shut his heavy doors, Scrooge searched his room to see that all was right. Quite satisfied, Scrooge closed his door and locked himself in. Double locked himself in, which was not his custom. Up in Scrooge's lonely chamber, not a thing was there to be found. Carefully he lit a fire when he heard a hollow sound. Once again I ask you to remember, Marley was dead and in the ground. That's one thing you must remember, for nothing that follows will seem profound. Hey, where are you going?
I'm scared.
Nothing's happened yet.
Is it about you?
It's a humbug still. I won't believe it.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
What are you?
Ask me what I was.
All right, what were you then?
Life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Jacob Marley. Humbug.
You don't believe me?
No,
And you don't believe in me?
I don't.
Well, I
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because the smallest thing can affect them. Yes, a slight disorder of the stomach could make them cheat. Maybe a bit of undigested beef. Or a glove of mustard. Or a crumb of cheese. Yes, there's much more of gravy than of grave about you, sir.
More of gravy than the grave. Who wrote this?
Hey. Dreadful apparition, why do you trouble me?
Man of worldly mind! Do you believe in me or not?
All right, I do, I must. But why do spirits walk the earth, and why do you come to me?
It is required of all people that their spirits should go forth among their brothers and sisters. If they do not do so in life, they are condemned to do so after death. They are doomed to wander this world and witness what they cannot share, but might have shared in life.
Jacob, you are wearing chains. Please tell me why.
I wear the chain I forged in life. I made it, link by link and yard by yard. And now you wear such a chain yourself.
Jacob.
Do you know the length and weight of the chain you bear?
What do you mean?
It is a ponderous chain.
Jacob, what do you want with me?
Much. Mark me. In life, my spirit never wandered beyond the narrow confines of our money-changing hold. And now, 7 years dead. No rest. No peace.
Jacob, you were a man of business.
Business. Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance were all my business. Hear me. My time is almost gone. We robbed the poor to feed the rich, left the lowly in the ditch. Weren't we good at business, me and you? We should have shared, we should have cared. I can't believe we left them there. You have to change your business, Mr. Scrooge. Heed my warning.
Jacob, please speak comfort to me, friend.
Comfort. We took advantage of the poor, kicked our debtors out the door, and have clothed the needy and the used. These chains of hate now weigh me down. Kings of greed wear heavy crowns. You have to change your ways. No, Mr. Scrooge. Heed my warning. It's too late for me, but you've got a chance to make mankind your business plan. I'm here to help you, and it's time to choose. The clock is ticking, running out. The time on earth goes short out. Time to change, I'm ringing Mr. Scrooge. Heed my warning. Scrooge, you will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Haunted? I think I'd rather not.
Without these visits, you cannot hope to avoid this path I tread. Expect the first ghost when the bell tolls 1.
Can't I meet them all at once and get it over with?
When the bell tolls 1.
With that, the spirit of Scrooge's partner floated out upon the bleak, dark night.
That was kind of scary.
You scared?
No. Just worry about the kids in the audience.
Nah, this is culture.
Huh?
It's like Shakespeare. I mean, Bill and I didn't get away with everything.
Right.
Scrooge examined the door by which the ghost had entered. It was double locked, as he had locked it with his own hands, and the bolts were undisturbed.
Humbug.
Feeling a bit fatigued, he went straight to bed without undressing, and fell asleep upon the instant.
Expect the first ghost when the bell tolls one!
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
Your past.
You're just a child.
I can remember the 1900 years.
And what business has brought you here?
Your welfare.
Wouldn't a night's unbroken rest be best for my welfare?
Your salvation then. Rise and walk with me.
No, Spirit, Spirit, what is that light? It cannot be dawn already.
Memories have long since passed. These are the shadows of the past. Long ago, long days. Come with me through worlds and time. Friends and family, you will find the life you had but left behind.
The darkness of the night had vanished, for it was now a clear, cold winter day, with snow upon the ground.
Good heavens.
It was the afternoon of Christmas Eve, and Scrooge was conscious of 1,000 odors, each one connected with 1,000 thoughts, and hopes, and joys, and cares, long, long forgotten.
My old schoolhouse. I was a boy here. It's William. And Harry. And my best mate Samuel. Hello, boys. Hello.
These are but shadows of your past, Ebenezer. They can neither see nor hear you. Shall we go inside?
And what a flood of memories came back to him, as Scrooge beheld his old classroom.
No, it's all so well, Spirit, I can tell it's blindfolded. It's so strange to have forgotten it for so many years.
And has this look watching him?
Scrooge beheld the small boy, the boy he now remembered very well indeed.
Good heavens, it's me.
A solitary child neglected by his friends.
Oh, I know it. Oh, poor boy. But it's too late now.
What?
Nothing. There was a boy singing a Christmas carol at my door last night, and I should have liked to have given him something, that's all.
Don't miss it, Ebenezer. The last coach is leaving.
Don't bother. He never goes home for Christmas.
Who cares about stupid old Christmas?
I was often alone. More time for reading and study. Yes, the Christmas holiday was a chance to get some extra work done. Time for solitude.
Let us see another Christmas in this place.
No, they were all very much the same, Spirit. Nothing ever changed.
You did.
Ebenezer.
The last coach is leaving.
I told you, he doesn't go home for Christmas.
I hate Christmas.
The years went on and on, performing their terrible dance.
Don't miss it, Ebenezer.
The room grew darker and dirtier.
The last coach is leaving.
The panels shrunk, the windows cracked.
I told you, he never goes home for Christmas.
And in a moment, Scrooge saw his entire childhood pass before him.
Humbug.
Young Master Scrooge.
It's my old headmaster. This man taught me my greatest lesson.
Master Scrooge, I admire your dedication to education during the holiday season, unlike your pupils who frivol away this time, embarrassing this institution. But you have been an exemplary student, the sort of pupil that makes this school proud. So I have taken the liberty of making a rather special arrangement. Never forget, Ebenezer, life is an opportunity, and the cost of procrastination is
Is the life I could have had.
very good. They'll then prepare Master Scrooge's belongings.
Dear, dear brother,
Fan?
I've come to bring you home, dear brother.
Home, little Fan?
Yes, home for Gunnar. Father has changed. He always comes home from work now, and he's so much kinder. He said we attend Christmas this year. That's when we come home. Home, Ebenezer, home forever and ever.
Home?
He sent me to bring you to be a family again this Christmas. Remember, Ebenezer?
It seems Tellens Bank of London is in need of apprentices this holiday due to lightness in the workforce. Yesterday, I received a letter that you are to be apprenticed there.
Really, Headmaster?
And what's more, you begin today.
Today?
Yes, there's but a small matter of paperwork in my office. Master Scrooge, today you become a man of business.
The coach is waiting, brother.
Fan.
Come now, dear brother. Father has changed. He sent me to come and get you. You'll be home today. You have a home there, a place for you and me. Our mother and our father, our whole family.
Bring down Master Scrooge's box there. Scrooge, a word before you depart. In the economy of commerce and progression, you must find sustainability. Stand tall, be prepared, don't chase, but embrace the possibilities. For those who stand atop the mountain are the men who create their wealth and rise above the poverty of all the Commonwealth. You must build a solid foundation. Make your mark, invest, you'll do well. But it starts with your dedication. So step up and ring that bell. So move forward with pride and ambition. And listen close to me. Because of your education, the possibility. For those who stand atop the mountain are the men who create their wealth and rise above the poverty of all the Commonwealth. For those who stand atop the mountain are the men who create their wealth. So seize the day will start today for all the Commonwealth. Come along, Master Scrooge.
Always a delicate creature whom her breath might have withered, but she had a large heart.
So she had, Spirit.
She died a woman, and had, as I think, children.
One child.
True, your nephew Fred.
Is the angel so?
Scrooge found himself standing on a city street, looking at a building he had not seen in years.
Tell me, Ebenezer Scrooge, do you know this place?
Know it. This is Fezziwig's old factory. My first job was here.
It was made plain enough by the dressing of the shops that here too it was Christmas time again. And as the lamplighters lighted the lamps, Scrooge observed that here it was now evening.
It's old Fezziwig. Old Fezziwig alive again?
Hardly ho, my boys. No more work tonight. The lamplighters are at work and the ducks have fallen.
Ducks. Quack, quack.
Do you mean dusk has fallen?
Yes, dusk has fallen, and it's Christmas Eve for certain. Dick, prepare the warehouse before a man can say Jack Robinson. Ebenezer, give him a hand.
Yeah, Ebenezer, I'm hungry.
Oh, what an employer he was. as hard and as cutthroat as a kitten.
Clear away, my lads. Let's make lots of room here. Heidi ho, Dick. Cheer up, Ebenezer.
It's time for the party to begin.
And the pudding, Mark.
The pudding has been figgy.
And not a penny past the hour.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I'll bring it right here.
It's the Fezziwig Christmas party.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, you jibber jabbers.
Yes, so yes. Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention for a moment? Excuse me. Apprehension, please.
Attention!
Attention. Yes, of course, of course. Now, welcome to the annual Fezziwig Christmas party, where every year we celebrate the pineapple of our success.
I think he means pinnacle.
Highly ho, of course, of course. Now, before we begin, there are a few matters of business that we must address. First, thank you all for being here. And second, I don't want to hear about a single matter of business until the new year.
Right, that's enough undressing. Hit it! Down the hatches and up the lamps, grab a wreath for uncle and a holly for aunt. Let's dance! Come one and come all to the Fezziwig Ball.
The most wonderful time of the year,
where fun and the friends and the food never ends. The whole room is so full of cheer.
Come dance and come sing,
and leave everything.
Forget work, forget jokes, forget rules,
and come to this feast with a smile on your face. It's here and it's waiting for you. Make a toast to your friends and the joy never ends. So glad that you came here this evening. Take a drink, take a bite,
and the band's here all night.
We'll be dancing until we are spinning. One night find a girl and give them a twirl. Let's show them what you can do. Hold hands,
catch an eye, just give it a try. For love may be waiting for you.
Excuse me, Mr. Fezziwig.
Yes, lad?
Do you know how much the firm is spending for this party? I am afraid it is a large sum for such a small matter.
Small? It has the power to render us happy.
Yes, but the joy we bring is quite as great as if it cost a great fondue.
He means fortune.
No, it's not that. Just I'd like to say a word or two to my clerk just now, that's all.
Come now, it's Christmas. Not a single matter of business, Master Scrooge. Belle? Merry Christmas. I love these Christmas parties, don't you?
yes, it's a shame they happen but once a year.
I know it. And why shouldn't we do it again sooner? Maybe next week. I know we'll confabulate the new year.
Excuse me, Mr. Fezziwig.
No matters, Master Scrooge. Oh, Belle, I'd like to introduce you to Ebenezer Scrooge, the finest young financial mind in the city. Ebenezer, this is Belle, a dear friend of the Fezziwig family.
Pleased to meet you.
And you. How long have you known Mr. Fezziwig?
Oh, I've known Uncle Fez for as long as I can remember. You?
He hired me out of the apprenticeship, but I'll be starting my own firm in the new year.
Ah, an ambitious one.
So I've been told.
And what other ambitions does this finest financial mind in the city have?
I'm not so sure.
Well, perhaps it's time to expand your horizons.
Merry Christmas.
Do I remember? Yes, I do remember.
There was, of course, another Christmas Eve with this young woman 7 years later.
Oh, no, Spirit, please do not show me that Christmas.
But one child more.
They told me I was to be made part in the new year. Now it will be another year at least.
Ebenezer, I don't care if you're made head of Parliament or penniless pauper. I cannot wait to marry you.
Well, I'm afraid the wedding will have to wait.
Again, Ebenezer?
How are we to be married now? How am I to pay for a wedding and a mortgage? Everywhere I look, the cost of living is going up.
And what is the cost of love?
There is nothing in the world so hard as poverty.
Poverty?
This is for us, Belle.
You choose fear, Ebenezer. And I fear an idol has replaced me.
An idol?
A golden one. I've watched you change, Ebenezer, gaining versus you. But if it can comfort you, as I would have tried to, then I have no reason to grieve. But how can I release you?
Release me? I am not changed, and I am certainly not changed towards you, Belle.
You are changed. If we met tomorrow, I cannot believe you would choose me, a dowerless girl.
I'd never sought release from you.
In words? No, never.
Belle, please, don't make this about you. Next year, Belle, I promise. I love you. I do.
But why is he? I believe you did love me. A path you've never walked, wandering in the woods of someone's dream, the home you've never had.
I wish to see no more.
Never forget, Ebenezer.
Remember, Ebenezer?
You promised, Ebenezer.
Life is an opportunity, and the cost of procrastination is...
It's the life I could have had. Spirit, why do you delight in torturing me?
These are only memories, they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Leave me.
Scrooge was left alone and exhausted in his bedchamber, and thus he remained until the nearby clock began to strike the hour.
What was that?
2 o'clock.
Another ghost?
Scrooge knew that the second of the ghosts was due to appear. Yet now, as the clock finished striking,
Nothing.
Nothing.
Come in and know me better, man. Come in and know me better, man. What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Well, come in and know me better, man. I am the ghost of Christmas present, and this is the night before the dawn, before the day of Christmas.
Christmas Eve.
Who's Steve? I'm the ghost of Christmas present.
Yes, I heard you.
Well, come in and know me better, man.
Spirit, are you hard of hearing?
Parents are buccaneering.
No, are you hard of hearing?
Yes, my heart is cheering. It's Christmas.
No, hard of hearing.
Oh, you're hard of hearing. Oh, speak up then. I am the here and the now, and the now is Christmas.
Don't believe I've ever met anyone like you before, sir.
You've never gone forth with the younger members of my family. Well, now that would be my older brothers born in these latter years.
Don't believe I have. Have you many brothers, Spirit?
More than 1,800 of them.
Your poor mother.
Yes.
And all those meals.
How do I feel? Magnificent! Have you ever noticed how wonderful everything feels at Christmas?
In all honesty, no. I've never understood Christmas.
Well, before this song is done, you will.
Please, Spirit, must we sing another song?
The lights that line the joyous streets of London, the warmth that fills the hearts of men and women. The soul of man is lifted to the sky and spread cheer among us. It lights the sky above us, and all the world is right, and oh, our spirit is light. We're walking in the glorious way, and all because of Christmas Day. We'll sing a song of memory and tradition, of family and friends who serve without permission, and give to all and ask for nothing back, and share precious feelings with everyone who's willing. And all the world is right, and oh, our spirit is light. We're walking in the glorious way, and all because of Christmas Day. All around us, everywhere you go, love and care and gifts to share with everyone you know. We'll sing a song of memory and tradition, of family
dear nephew Fred and his wife Clara having Christmas with friends.
Open up, we've arranged on a platter, lovely kiss, and we have brought you knock, knock. Open the door for us, knock, knock. Let us celebrate.
Well then now, we've had the plum pudding and sung the carols. What now, my lovelies?
A game, Fred.
Yes, yes, the game of Christmas.
Why do people play games at Christmas?
What's that?
Games!
Oh, what game?
Let's play the guessing game.
I love the guessing game.
How about I be it?
Yes, let Fred be it. He always thinks of clever things.
I do have a good one, Clara. I'm thinking of something. It's something quite absurd.
Something like a dog, a cat, a cricket, or a bird.
It's something very strange, unwanted, foul, and wicked. Come on, you all, and see if you can pick it.
Is it something that can fly?
Oh dear, oh my.
Is it something you can eat?
My goodness, what a feat!
Is it something made of wood?
My oh my, it's much too good.
Come on, old friend, and tell us all what is it?
Is it something that's cold?
Oh yes, and very old.
Is it bigger than my pinky?
Oh yes, and very stinky.
Will it be a tasty treat?
Oh no, no, it's not that sweet.
Oh, tell us, friend, oh, tell us all what is it? A pot, a pen, a broom, a hat, a cheesy onion pie, a rat, a leech, a cockroach, or a crow up in the sky. Something you can look at, or something you can see. Oh, I don't know, whatever could it be?
Ha ha!
A single Peter weather made a carriage or a putt.
A creature that lives underground and only comes at night.
A rocket tree and boat, see it dragging away.
Wait! So it's not a dog, a cat, a bird, or something that can fly. It's not a pot, a pan, a broom, or cheesy onion pie. Unwanted, smelling, good for nothing. I need to think this through. I got it! It's Ebenezer Scrooge! Not a pot, a pen, a broom, a hat, a cheesy onion pie, not a rat, a leech, a cockroach, or a crow up in the sky. Not something you can look at or believe in the
Come, there's much to see.
No, Spirit. Show me no more.
More? Of course there's more, much more.
No, Spirit.
Here.
Why have we come to this old corner of the town?
Well, it's Christmas here too, you know. And that is Bob Cratchit's house.
Perhaps it was his own kind, generous, hearty nature, or a sympathy for all poor men that led him straight to the home of Scrooge's faithful clerk.
This is Bob Cratchit's house?
Mouse. No, mice, that's his house.
Yes, the home of Bob Cratchit.
That's right.
This is Bob Cratchit's house. And his children, and they're roasting a goose. And on 15 shillings a week.
15 shillings is what?
A week!
Meek. Oh, yes, but the meek will inherit the earth. And here is Mrs. Cratchit.
Peter, mind you turn that spit slow and even. And Belinda, those potatoes are knocking on the lid to be let out and peeled.
It smells so good, Mother.
That's a steak and onion, dear. But it does, doesn't it? Martha, take the pudding off before it turns into a volcano. And the both of you set the table. Mother, I thought you said we brought you to snacks until Father and Tiny Tim get home. I wasn't eating them. I was only making sure that they are not burnt. You mind the pudding and the potatoes. It's Father, Tiny Tim. They're coming hard, Mother. Hard.
And so returned Scrooge's faithful clerk and his youngest son, Tiny Tim, who bore a little crutch and had his limbs supported by a brace.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Merry Christmas, Father.
Why, where's Aunt Martha?
I'm afraid she's not coming.
Not coming? Not coming upon Christmas Day?
Father!
Martha!
The look on your face, Father. I couldn't bear it. Not on Christmas Day.
Ah, Merry Christmas, my Martha.
Merry Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Come here, Merry Christmas.
Oh, children, let's at the table. Where's Tiny Tim? Oh, Tiny Tim! I didn't even see you come in. Peter, help your brother get cleaned up. How was it today? Still on about Robin Hood.
Oh, yes. We went to church today by way of the Sherwood Forest. This time, I was Robin, and he insisted he was not Tiny Tim at all, but rather Little John.
Little John.
Oh, not to tell you, but as we passed the oak tree in the churchyard, he showed me where the secret hideout was.
Dear boy. And during the service?
As good as gold and better. He told me he hoped people saw him in church, because it might be pleasant for them to remember upon Christmas Day who made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
What a remarkable child.
I believe he's growing stronger and heartier every day. Oh, Tiny Tim, I forgot to tell you. I gave Mr. Scrooge's Christmas gift yesterday.
You did?
I did. He was very pleased.
What did he say?
Well, he thought it was funny that a box would have no lock.
A lock? Doesn't Mr. Scrooge know that the gift of Christmas is given freely?
Oh, I'm not sure he does. And when did you get to be so smart, my boy?
And with that, the Cratchits came to what was surely the single happiest moment in all the livelong year.
Such a meager feast.
But largely appreciated.
By the whole family.
Mr. Scrooge!
Oh, Paul Cratchit.
It only seems right I should look to glass for my employer. I give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed. Indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, and I hope he had a good appetite for it. He would.
My dear, the children, it's Christmas Day.
Well, I suppose that on Christmas Day, one must drink to the health of Mr. Scrooge, even though he is odious, stingy, wicked, and unfeeling. Well, no one knows better than you, Robert.
My dear, Christmas Day.
I will drink to his health for your sake and the day's, not for his. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. You'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt. We gather round the Christmas tree. It's small, but so am I. But it's not worse or better than the trees that touch the sky. The goodness of a person can be measured by his size. And all is bright on Christmas Eve.
A Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
Will Tiny Tim live?
That is for the future to decide. However, I see a vacant seat at the table and a crutch without an owner. If these shadows remain unchanged, I believe the child will die.
Oh, Spirit.
Well, what then? If he's going to die, he may as well do it and decrease the surplus population.
As the Cratchit family vanished into the darkness, Scrooge kept his eyes upon Tiny Tim until the last.
What a miracle he is.
We are all of us a miracle.
You heard me just then.
Oh, I hear perfectly. That is all things that are good and kind and that rejoice in the Spirit. Come now. My time is at an end.
Spirit, do you grow old?
I do.
And are Spirit's life so short?
My time upon this globe is very brief. I believe it will end upon the stroke of...
What now? Spirit, I have learned so much from you.
Nothing Scrooge could say or do could stop the relentless march of those terrible bells.
Spirit, do not leave me.
I must.
But you have meant so much to me. You have changed me.
And now I'll leave you with the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
In the future. Oh, must I?
Go forth and know him better, man.
Am I in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? Spirit, I fear you more than any spectre I have yet met. But I am prepared to follow and to learn with a thankful heart. Spirit, please, will you not speak to me? Yes, the night is waning fast. Lead on, Spirit. Lead on!
I don't know or care why he's gone. I just want to know what he's done with his money.
You didn't take it with him?
If anyone were to live with him and live,
You didn't leave it with me.
I wonder what got it.
I know some of these gentlemen, Spirit. Of what port wreck do they
not
speak?
much to talk about, not much to say.
I heard he died the other day.
Nobody cared. Could shed us a tear.
All of that money can't buy you more years. All of that money can't buy you more years.
For anyone else, it would be a sad day.
I find he's much more pleasant this way.
Your friends or family have passed on his shed. What good is your money when nobody cares?
What good is your money when nobody cares?
That's just lying around. What use will they be when you're down in the ground? A hassle, what touches a capital with love.
A treasure for fools who never felt love. A treasure for fools who never felt love.
nobody there, you're better off dead. With nobody there, you're better off dead.
I understand, Spirit. The case for this unhappy man might be my own. My life tends that way now. Oh, merciful heavens, please. Show me some tenderness connected with this world, or I'll be haunted by that terrible conversation forever. Oh, it's Bob. Bob Cratchit, on his way home. Yes, yes, Spirit, please take me to the Cratchit home, a place of joy and laughter. It's so quiet. Why is it so quiet, Spirit?
Mother, you're crying again.
Oh, no, it's just the lamplight hurts my eyes.
Oh, no. No, 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 not Tiny Tim.
There, there now. My eyes get weak in the dim light. I would not want to show you guys till Father really gets home for anything in the world. And he should be back by now.
I think he's walked a little slower these past 3 weeks.
Robert,
Hello, girls. Hello, Peter.
Hello.
the children, please sit at the table.
Thank you.
How was the churchyard?
Oh, I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green a place it is, and right under the great oak. I promised him we'd visit often, and always keep the entrance to his hide a secret. My little child.
Spirit, please, must there be a Christmas that brings this awful scene? How can they endure it?
I know, my dears, that when we remember how sweet and how mild he was, we will not quarrel easily among ourselves. And in doing that, we will never forget our dear Tiny Tim.
Oh, no. No. Oh, no, Spirit, please. Must we return to this place? There is something I must know. Is that not true? Spirit, I know what I must ask. But I can't do so. But I must. Who was that wretched man whose death brought so much glee and happiness to others? Answer me one more question. Are these the shadows of things that will be, or are they the shadows of things that may be? These events must be changed. A life can be made right. Ebenezer Scrooge. No. No, please, Spirit. I'm not the man I was. Why would you show me this? If I was past all hope, I will live my life in the past, the present, and the future. I will not shut out the lessons the Spirit have taught me. Please, tell me that I may smudge out the writing on this stone. God, speak to me. Speak to me! Oh, I'm home. I'm home.
The bedposts were his own. The bed was his own. The room was his own.
No more ghosts?
Nope. But the thing that had made Scrooge happiest of all was that his life lay before him,
and it could be changed.
So I will live my life in the past, the present, and the future. Oh, Jacob Marley, in the heavens at Christmas time be praised. I say it on my knees, Jacob, on my knees. It's all right. It's all true. It all happened. It's all here.
Is this the one?
You're here. And I'm here. More is the miracle. I don't know what to do if I'm being honest. I feel as light as a feather. I'm as happy as an angel. I'm as merry as a schoolboy. Boy! You there, boy!
Is that me, sir?
Yes, you. What is the day?
Pardon?
What is the day, my fine fellow?
Oh, today. Well, today's Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. Oh, I haven't missed it. That means the spirits did it all in one night. Of course they can do anything they like. Of course they can. Of course they can.
Of course they can.
Do you know the poultry shop on the next street?
Yes, sir, I do.
Oh, an intelligent lad, a remarkable lad. Do you know if the prize turkey in the window has been sold?
The one that speaks to me? It's still there.
Such a pleasure talking with you. Please go and buy it.
Be serious.
Oh, I am being serious. You buy it for me and I'll give you a shilling.
Oh?
No, I will give you 5 shillings.
What? Wow!
And the boy was off like a shot, so eager.
Take it to Bob Cratchit's house. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim.
A moment later, dressed in his finest, Scrooge emerged on the streets of the city to wish a Merry Christmas to all the world.
Merry Christmas. Good morning and Merry Christmas. Good morning, Merry Christmas. Oh, you all look so lovely. You look lovely. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Uncle Scrooge?
Oh, it's Fred. It's my Fred.
What are you doing out and about?
Well, it's Christmas Day, my dear nephew.
Uncle Scrooge?
What time did you say you were having dinner tonight?
6 o'clock, but I know
You'll be
that
having
you
a
don't...
goose and pudding and dancing and games.
Yes, and what a
What a pleasure it would be to join you. That is, if the offer still stands.
Yes? Yes, the offer stands this year and every year.
Well, Bob's your uncle. You tell your Clara to set a place for me. And I look forward to the pleasure of meeting her.
I will, Uncle Bob. I mean Scrooge. I will. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Fred.
Everyone was out and about this fine morning, and he had not gone far when the 2 portly gentlemen that had visited his counting house the day before came round the corner.
Ralph?
Oh, Mrs. Scrooge.
Ah, yes, that is my name, and I fear it may not be pleasant to you. And I must beg your pardon. And furthermore, I'd like a word about the charity donation you asked me for yesterday.
Yes?
Put me down for...
Oh, my dear Mr. Scrooge, are you serious?
And not a penny less. A great many back payments are included in it, I assure you. Will you please do me that favor?
I don't know what to say.
Oh, don't say anything at all.
I just wish there was something I could give you in return. Take this.
A gift. A gift for me. Yes, thank you. Thank you 50 times. Merry Christmas to you both.
I wish it was more.
Perhaps there is one thing more. I gave you a small wooden music box yesterday. May I be so unkind as to ask for it back? I'm afraid I was absent-minded and careless when I gave it to you.
Yes, of course. I have it here. Merry Christmas, Mrs. Scrooge.
Christmas, Mr. Scrooge. It's cold, and your nightmares are dreams that keep you up in the night. When the cold wind of change leaves you feeling so strange, strangeness that somehow feels right. And when the ghosts of the past and the present are watching and teaching you right from the start. When you think and you feel but don't know what to do. Change in my heart. Your eyes have beheld a world full of grief, and you don't really like what you see. And you feel in your heart that a change needs to happen. But that change starts with me. And you're alone, and you're scared, and the spirits who've taught you a lesson you now must impart. You think and you feel, and it all seems so real. But it starts with a change in my a world full of grief, and you don't really like what you see. And you feel in your heart that a change needs to happen. I said that change starts with me. But your journey's not done, though the spirits who left you in trust, you know what to do. Though you felt all alone when it all fell apart. Starting today. I'll start right away, and I'll feel a great change in my Oh, yes, that is a big turkey. Oh, yes, of course, the turkey! Follow me, lad!
Now it was he who was off like a shot, leaving the young lad in a trail of excitement. Scrooge could hardly wait to see the look on Bob Cratchit's face, and so he approached the door of his faithful clerk's home, but not before donning his old demeanour, or as near as he could feign it.
Bob Cratchit! So here you are.
Mr. Scrooge.
You were not at work this morning like we had discussed.
Oh, but we did discuss it, Mr. Scrooge. It's Christmas Day. You gave me the day off.
I, Ebenezer Scrooge. Would I do a thing like that?
No. I mean, yes. Well, you wouldn't. Oh, but you did.
I cannot stand for this sort of thing any longer, Mr. Cratchit.
I cannot stand you, Mr. Scrooge!
Emily, please.
And therefore, Mr.
And therefore,
Cratchit...
you can leave
about to raise your salary.
And I'm going to raise your pardon.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, Bob. I'm going to raise your salary. Furthermore, I'm going to pay the mortgage on your house.
A raise?
It is I who should beg your pardon.
Did you say pay the mortgage?
Yes, Bob.
Are you feeling all right, Mr. Scrooge?
I have never felt better in all my life.
Oh, Emily, the mortgage? Emily, this is Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yes.
How do you do?
Come in.
Yes, Emily, would it be all right if I treated you and your family to a little turkey this fine Christmas day? Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Good King Wenceslas looked out,
On the feast of Stephen.
and I went the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did all that he promised and infinitely more.
And Tiny Tim?
And Tiny Tim, who did not die, to Tiny Tim, Scrooge became a second father. He became as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city ever had. It was always said of him that he knew how to give a Christmas merry, if any man alive possessed the knowledge. May that be said of us, and all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.